Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci. Și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Simpim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare, mă inspiră zi de zi. Fă din șansa ta un vis, fă din șansa ta un vis împlinit. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Ce ale, nu știu ce să aleg. Dar ce ale. Nu te teme de moarte că nu-ți mai trăiești viața. Pune zâmbetul pe față dimineața. Du-te, ia legume fresh, fă-ți viața. Pune doar ce trebuie în trupul ăla ca un rasa. Niște mișcare ca să ungă carcasa. Binecuvântare nu e lumea prea razna. Alegerile noastre ne fac să simțim asta. Atât de multe drumuri eu, yeah. De alei. Dar ce alei.
Știi, avem o singură viață și nu
știu ce să aleg.
merită să ne stresăm în fiecare zi pentru toate mizeriile.
Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. One life. Learn it, love it, live it. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Avem o singură viață, de ce să o pierdem cu detalii care nu-s necesare? Umplem iar pahare până la refuz, yeah. Așa îmi vine și mă și amuz uneori. Nu știu încă de unde am venit, ce caut aici. Plecam cu coada între picioare, acum mă scap de afiș. N-aveam răbdare să ascult deloc, acum taci. Și răspund după ce înțeleg ce-ai zis. Se simte timpul cum trece sau noi cum trece prin timp. Trăiesc momentul de față ca să-mi creez amintiri. Țin de familie, de prieteni, de cine-i loial. Restul voia sorții, scuze, mă cheamă propriul destin. Totuși te simt, o singură șansă avem cu sorii. Simpim focul deschis, e mult mai greu când ai un scop de atins. Te uiți pe lângă tine, vezi cine a supraviețuit. Câți din ei se luptă să trăiască cum ar trebui. O inimă mare, doi plămâni ca să respir. O inimă mare, mă inspiră zi de zi.
Hi, welcome everyone. Probably not the best title for me. Good evening, everyone. Hi, Max Edix. Hi, Florin. Hi, Gavin. Hi, Lucas. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. First, I want to try to explain. So, for you, Max Edits, why already obviously a deadline stream on Tuesday. The thing is, I'm going to go on holiday from tomorrow, so I'm not going to be able to do a deadline stream on Saturday. But yeah. I'm going to try to keep you posted with content and all that stuff, obviously, until that. And after that, hopefully I'm going to be able to do every deadline stream this season. Now, sorry guys, I'm not going to be able to do it on Saturday, but yeah, if you're up to today, we can discuss a little bit about my team, about the FPL in general, what happened in these first two game weeks. Horrible for me, to be honest with you. But yeah, crazy. Thank you so much guys for joining, really appreciated. Yeah. How are you first? Thank you so much for joining. I should block my chair, I guess. So yeah, it's going to be more of a chill stream. Now again, we're going to discuss about my plans, my strategies for gaming 3 now, although I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do. It is a really interesting situation with Palmer at the moment. Not amazing, not amazing for making decisions. How are you? How are your plans going for Gaming 3? How was your Gaming 2? We're going to take a look into other stuff also. Now, obviously, there are still games to be played midweek in the FA Cup, so or EFL Cup, right? So yeah, I still suggest to try to not make a lot of transfers early. Now again, already Wirtz for me felt in price. Palmer for Gakpo or Sar, one of them. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't really like going for Gakpo because of the fixture mostly, but yeah, he was a nice pick from the beginning of the season. I'm a little bit frustrated with myself for not picking him. Also, as a Liverpool fan, I knew that he was going to be nailed in that spot, but yeah, 49 points. The Kuiper wasn't the best option. Yeah, yeah. Poor gaming 2 for me, 51 scored. Yeah, the same for me. I think that I got 51 or something like that. Now again, there are a lot of people under 30 points or something like that, so I feel like I didn't have the worst gaming 2 at the moment, but yeah, the season started not really great for me. Um, let's just move here to my team. So yeah, 51 points for me. My rank at the moment is 5.1 millions. I'm not sure if I ever started an FPL season that bad, to be honest with you. Now again, the gaming started amazingly with Joao Pedro 15 pointer, obviously, but after that, just yeah, really bad everywhere. Everywhere you look, you see just 2 points everywhere. So yeah, also a little bit lucky with Pedro Porro. Now again, I wish Palmer played in that game, to be honest with you, other than getting Pedro Porro's 5 points. So yeah, a little bit unlucky with that injury. Today was a scan. The latest news is that the injury is not as bad as thought before, but still, Fulham at home maybe is going to came in too soon for someone like Cole Palmer, and that's really frustrating because I wanted Cole Palmer to be injured for, and that I know that sounds bad, right? But to know that he's going to miss 2 or 3 game weeks or to be fit for game week 3, because now I'm kind of stuck in this situation where I feel like yeah, Palmer is going to miss Fulham, but he's going to be fit probably for game week 4 after the international break. So I kind of feel stuck a little bit now with keeping Palmer, but again, I didn't rule out selling Palmer uh, yet, but yeah, not great. Bone playing in FL tonight. Okay, Aaron Bissaka also for my team. What a horrible pick from me. And yeah, he's looking like he's going to go down in price. Do you think I should keep Bowen for another week? Yeah, he's going to play Nottingham Forest. I think that, again, if you have other major problems into your team, I think that Bowen is not the worst problem. I know that West Ham were horrible in the first two game weeks of the season. Against Sunderland, against Chelsea, they were bad. But still, I still expect Bowen to be consistent at some point into the season. And by consistent, I'm not meaning for him to blank every gaming, but again, if you have players like Palmer, Saka, definitely just sell them before Bowen. Uh, Again, I have players like Watkins. I'm not going to sell them. Again, would I want to have someone like Wood, someone like Mateta, maybe instead of Watkins? But I don't think that he's such a bad pick right now. I was between Watkins and Salah for captain, and I'm thankful that I choose Salah. I don't know what's happening to Aston Villa. Yeah, at least my captain got 5 points, right? Mohamed Salah. And also I picked him. Yeah, I had better options. I had the, in terms of fixtures at least, I had the possibility to captain Watkins, to captain Palmer. And also Salah got that assist in the last 2 minutes or something like that. What a crazy game last night. Hi Radu Christian, thank you so much for joining. So yeah, they still have good matches incoming, so I probably keep Watkins and Rogers. Yeah, I'm in the same situation now. Now obviously, if I wildcarded, probably in Game Week 3, probably I would not have any of Watkins or Rogers, but I have them. I'm not going to waste my 2 free transfers on selling Watkins and Rogers. Again, the fixtures are really good for Aston Villa. If we take a look here, I don't know if you can see the fixtures though. Yeah, again, you can see a little bit of it. So Crystal Palace, Everton, not amazing. But then how can I sell someone like Watkins before Sunderland, Fulham, Burnley? I mean, the fixtures are really good for Aston Villa. So again, don't get me wrong. He was really bad in the last 2 game weeks, but I don't see the point of selling him at the moment. If you can afford to upgrade to someone like Haaland, then yeah, maybe I can understand it, fair enough. But other than that, Palmer, Frimpong, Ainery, I have them all. Yeah, that's really unlucky for you. Imagine there were people who transferred out Frimpong to someone like Ainery, and obviously that looked like an amazing, a really good transfer at that moment. Now again, we don't know the moment how bad is the injury for Ainery. Maybe it's not that bad. But yeah, really unlucky for also for the people who have Bukayo Saka. Not great. 12 people, thank you so much guys. Leave a like also on the stream if you enjoyed it. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. I need a captain for next week. Should I do Palmer to Bruno, Cunha and Beumo? That's again my dilemma for this week. That's now again, I'm pretty happy with my team overall. The big problem for me is that I don't really have a standout captaincy options, and if I'm not going to do, let's say, any transfer, then I have Mohamed Salah, I have Watkins, or maybe why not someone like João Pedro against Fulham at home. And yeah, I'm not saying that if I'm just going to default to captain Mohamed Salah against Arsenal at home, it's not going to be the end of the world. But yeah, I would prefer to have a player from Manchester United, and yeah, that would have sounded crazy, right? If you talked about that last season. Again, at the moment, if you want to take a punt for Game Week 3, I would prefer to go for someone like Cunha because I was a little bit impressed by him in the last game week, although he didn't get any points. FPL wise, he had some chances. The only problem with buying Manchester United player is that they're going to play against City and Chelsea after Burnley, so I don't really like the fixtures after Game Week 3, so yeah. Also, Gordon, another player who would have been a decent option to replace someone like Cole Palmer, got a red card and he's going to miss 3 game weeks. So again, as I said before, I have a lot of players. I mean, not a lot. I have some players who I'm not really happy. Someone like Watkins, someone like Rogers, Aaron Bissaka, Wirtz obviously was really disappointing in the first two game weeks. But are really there a lot of players who are miles better than someone like Rogers, considering also the fixtures for Aston Villa long term? So again, yeah, Semenyo, a decent one. Ismail Assar, a nice option. Uh, Anderson, if you want to free up some cash, but not that exciting or something like that. Someone like Dango Utara from Bamford, but the fixtures are not great for them either in the long run. So yeah, I'm not really excited to make a lot of transfers if you understand me, guys. That's the only problem. Now again, if Palmer is going to be out, at the moment I'm leaning towards selling him to someone like Cunha, but yeah, not amazing. Hi Anonymous, thank you so much for joining. I have Reinders and Grealish. Congrats to you. If you had Grealish for this game, he got really nice points for you also. We'll be back, man. We're going at least for top 20k again. Yeah, hopefully. I mean, although the start of the season was horrible for a lot of people, guys, at least let's try to be calm a little bit, because there are just two game weeks and the ranks are going to fluctuate a lot in the first 10 game weeks of the season. You're going to see, if you didn't play FPL in the recent years, you're going to see from 3, 4, 5 millions you can climb really fast if you're going to nail the peaks, obviously. Salah was awful again. Stop captaining him. Yeah. So we were talking about Wirtz being really bad, but to be honest with you, Salah, who is 14.5 millions, almost double than Wirtz value, was really bad against Newcastle. Now at least he got an assist or something like that, but yeah. Who to bring in for Palmer and Saka? Choose two from these options: Neto, Rogers, Hudson-Odoi, Kudus. From those options, I think that I would go for Kudus. And I know it sounds a little bit crazy maybe, but probably Rogers and Kudus. Now again, if you give me other options, probably I would go for someone like Semenyo, Sarr, if you don't have them into your team, rather than going for someone like Rogers. And also you're going to save some cash if you're going to go for Kudus and Sarr. Neto could be a nice option. Short term, don't get me wrong, he could be decent, but probably I would go for Kudus and Rogers from those picks. As an Arsenal fan, I can't captain Salah. Agree, Salah and Wirtz slow start. Yeah, also I don't... Guys, yeah, I want to be honest. Again, I picked Wirtz. I knew before that the fixtures were not that great in Gameweek 2 or Gameweek 3, so we can't hide right now. Would have I expected maybe Wirtz to get something against Bournemouth, against maybe Newcastle, but I just don't want to rule him off as an FPL option. So let's just not say that Wirtz is never going to be a decent FPL option, because there are a lot of people who are overreacting, and I just think that's not the case at the moment. Gakpo got 2 assists last night from passes, 3-yard passes. So again, this is not going to happen every game. Now again, if you're gone for Gakpo, congrats, an amazing pick, also cheaper than Wirtz. I wish I had gone there at the start of the season, but now probably I'm just not going to sell Wirtz this game week at least, and then in game week 4 he's going to play against Burnley, so probably I'm just going to keep him for 2 more game weeks, and then I'm going to assess to see if he's still going to be bad. Obviously I'm just going to sell him. I think Pedro will be nice again this game week. Estevao versus Castagne and Pedro versus Tete. Yeah, probably. And also, if Palmer is going to be out, Joao Pedro's minutes are just going to go up a little bit. Maybe he's going to be on penalties. Although, if I was Mojai, thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much also for joining the stream. Hopefully you're going to enjoy the content. And yeah, thanks a lot. It really means a lot. So again, maybe João Pedro is going to be on penalties, although if I was at the moment to bet on one Chelsea player to be on penalties, probably would be Enzo Fernandez, but who knows? João Pedro also has a good record with the penalties. So yeah, as I said before, let's not try to panic that fast, because everybody picked João Pedro in Game Week 1 and he was horrible, let's be honest. And then I said that we need to be patient a little bit. Let's give these players some games to prove themselves. And João Pedro scored 15 pointers in Game Week 2, and also he played really good. And yeah, from a possible transfer out from my team, João Pedro in Game Week 1, now I'm just not going to think to sell him at the moment. The fixtures are good, he's getting good minutes. I don't see Delap starting instead of him at the moment, so yeah, I think that is a decent option right now. Now again, you don't need to rip up your teams to buy someone like João Pedro, I don't think. That Mojai, thanks for the shout out. Let's go. No problem. It's my pleasure to shout out. Obviously, you just subscribe to my channel, so yeah, I need to thank you, obviously, and I really mean it. So yeah, Andrew Borton also, thank you so much for joining. Also Lawrence Corcoran, thank you so much guys for joining the stream. So yeah, if you missed it guys, I'm going to go on holiday tomorrow, so I'm going to miss Gameweek 3 deadline stream. That's why I'm doing it right now. But after that, I'm going to be here for every deadline streams, hopefully. So yeah, thank you so much for joining today. Really appreciate it. If Maresca will play the lap again to create some space up there, Pedro is scoring at least one. Yeah, good point there, Radu Christian. Also, what I forgot to say is that we just saw first time that Chelsea were playing with both Delap and João Pedro, so it's not looking like João Pedro's minutes are going to go down anytime soon. 49 points, Gaming 2. Shall I swap Wirtz and Guyu for Ekitike and Ngumoha? No, Lawrence Corcoran. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, Andrew Barton, thank you so much for joining the stream. Yeah, I missed your question. Sorry about that. I'm just seeing it right now. Time to roll the dice. Palmer out, Cunha in, Minte out, Barnes in. This is the transfer I'm thinking at the moment also. If Palmer is going to be out, I want to have a Manchester United attacker in Gaming 3 playing against Burnley. Maybe that sounds a little bit crazy after the season Manchester United had last season, obviously. But yeah, I really liked how Cunha played, at least in the first half. Now, again, I wasn't really impressed by Manchester United against Fulham, to be honest with you. But it's Burnley at home, probably the best fixture we're going to get all season. Hi, Harlowsville. Also, thank you so much for joining. How are you? So, time to roll the dice. Yeah, I like those transfers for Gaming 3 in particular. Palmer and Minte out for Cunha and Barnes. Yeah, I like Barnes. Now, again, long term, maybe Barnes is not going to be the best option from Newcastle or something like that. We need to see if they are going to finally sign a number 9 or something like that. It is just really frustrating with the situation. All of the situation with Isak Saga is just crazy, and the problem is it's causing problems for us also in FPL, because if I knew that, now maybe that's my mistake, I'm going to be honest. One of the reasons I didn't even consider someone like Ekitike from Game 1 was because I just thought that someone like Isak is going to sign for Liverpool, and obviously when that's going to happen, and if that's going to happen, Ekitike's minutes are just going to go down a little bit, I think. Now again, maybe that's my mistake, because I had to think Isak is not going to Ekitike is going to be safe for the first 3 game weeks or something like that. So yeah, maybe my bad there. Hi Gita Advani, thank you so much for joining. So yeah, I like the transfer. Palmer out, Cunha in. Now if Minte for Barnes is for free, then I really like that. For short term, it's looking amazing. Now for Lawrence Corcoran, again, I don't think that you should sell Wirtz and Guyu to Ekitike and Ngumoha. Again, Ekitike looked decent against Newcastle. To be honest with you, Liverpool looked really bad in the second half with 11 players playing against Newcastle with 10 men. So not something fantastic in the second half from Liverpool. And I just don't think that is the right moment to buy Ekitike against Arsenal in Gameweek 3. But that's also what I said before Newcastle. So again, I could be wrong again. And also, I still think that Isak is going to sign for Liverpool now. When that's going to happen, I can't really tell you, but probably it's going to be this week because the transfer market obviously is going to close soon. Now, to buy someone like Rio Ngumoha, definitely I think that's a no. So yeah, don't do that. Amazing for the kid. I'm really happy for him. Also, as a Liverpool fan, a 16-year kid scoring the winning goal in the last minutes. That was amazing, but he's not going to be an FPL option, at least this season, I think. So yeah, he's not going to get the minutes. And I wouldn't buy Rio Ngumoha. And also, if you have Wirtz, I don't know. For me personally, I'm just going to keep him probably 2 more game weeks at least, because after this game week, Liverpool are going to play against Burnley, so I can't sell Wirtz against Burnley. Watkins to Haaland, again, if you have the funds, although it is tough for me to believe that you have the funds to go from Watkins to Haaland in one transfer, then yeah, just do it. But if not, if that's going to take you multiple transfers or something like that, I just think that Watkins, I talked at the beginning of this stream, I think that you should just keep him. Again, that's what I'm going to do. The fixtures for Aston Villa are great. Yeah, I know that they were disappointing in the first 2 game weeks, but yeah, the fixtures are there. They played also against Newcastle in Game Week 1, not an easy fixture. So yeah, if you can sell Watkins for free to Haaland, yeah, I think that Haaland is a better pick, obviously. But other than that, I would just keep Watkins, Rodgers, these players. Yeah, Harlesville, if you want to get rid of Aaron Bissaka and Welbeck, keep in mind that Aaron Bissaka is predicted to drop in price tonight if you want to catch that drop. But I understand your reasons. If you want to get rid of someone like Welbeck, someone like Aaron Bissaka, yeah, you can do that. But again, if you don't have enough money into the bank, which players are you going to buy? Because going down from someone like Welbeck, you don't really have a lot of good options. So yeah, maybe the sensible thing for you would be to just roll. If you can bench them, that's fine. Palmer to Semenyo, already have Cunha. Yeah, if you want to sell Palmer, guys, there aren't a lot of good options. My favorite ones are probably Cunha, as you said, Semenyo, Ismail Assar, Anderson from Nottingham Forest if you want to get some cash, obviously. So yeah, probably I think that I would go Semenyo because he's a consistent player. The fixtures are not bad. But at the same time, Sar, if you want to save up some cash, I think that he's going to be maybe better value. And also he's always scoring against Aston Villa. So again, Semenyo or Sar, probably this is where I would go if you have Cunha already. Hi, got me vexed. Thank you so much for joining, really appreciated. I'm going to have to transfer Palmer out this week, also considering taking Watkins out of my team. What do you think? Again, as I said before, I think that with Watkins, my personal opinion is that I'm just going to keep him for because the fixtures are just great for Aston Villa. This is the only reason, and I'm hoping that his Aston Villa are going. Surely Aston Villa can't really play that bad again, right? How they played in Gaming 2. So yeah, Palmer, fair enough. If Palmer is going to be fit, or if we get clear information that he's fit, probably I'm just going to keep him and roll the transfer. But at the moment, it's looking like Palmer is not going to be fit for Fulham at least. And then, yeah, I think that it's okay to sell him if you want. If you really need him, if you don't have a good bench option. Cunha, Semenyo, Sar, pretty much these are the options. Yeah, so your bench is okay, so you're benching Milenkovic also. I see. Yeah, fair enough. You're starting Konsa. To be honest with you, I think that I would start Milenkovic instead of Konsa, Harlotsville. But other than that, if I had the chance to bench those players, probably I would just bench them and roll the transfer. Because if you're going to sell Welbeck, which player are you going to buy? Strand Larsen, you don't know at the moment where he's going to end up, so yeah, not the best option at the moment. Brandon Johnson, yeah, good point, Florin. With Brandon Johnson, the only problem is if I would go for a Spurs midfielder at the moment, I think that I would just go for Kudus. And Spurs are still looking to sign a left winger or a right winger, and I just think that Brandon Johnson minutes are not going to be amazing going forward. If that's going to happen, that's the only thing. Obviously, when Brennan Johnson is playing for Spurs, I really like him as an FPL option because he's getting a lot of goals, he's getting a lot of chances. That's what we like in FPL, but maybe a little bit of a risk there. I think Rio will get more points off the bench than Guyu and play 3 strikers instead. Yeah, but you have from Fulham someone like King, who's also 4.5 million midfielder, who's a starter for Fulham at the moment. So again, that's the thing. Even if you have someone like Guyu on the bench, you're just not going to play him a lot of times. As you can see on my screen, probably Guyu was there for the possibility for me to use my bench boost at some point. I was never going to start probably someone like Guyu instead of someone like Watkins, João Pedro, maybe instead of someone like Reinders if I don't know, City were going to play Arsenal and Guyu was going to start against Burnley. But other than that, and the same, if you're going to buy Rio Ngumoha, you're not going to start him because you don't know when he's going to get minutes, you don't know if he's going to get minutes. And again, with the returns, I just don't think that he's going to get a lot of returns this season. Now again, we need to see. Definitely at the moment Gakpo is the starter for Liverpool, so I don't see a lot of starts. For Rio and Ngumoha, probably he's not going to be a starter soon. Bought 4.5 millions, yes. Yeah, there's a problem. No alternatives for that price. I may roll the transfer and free it in Gameweek 4 if things don't seem good after international break. Yeah, that's an option. But again, if you have Salah, if you have so you have just Salah, right? Harlotsville from Liverpool. Then yeah, I guess you can free it in Gameweek 4. I'm really waiting to see. In Gameweek 4, let's just pretend, guys, Isak is going to start for Liverpool. Maybe some people are going to use their frees on Liverpool strikers, trying to guess which forward options are going to start for Liverpool. I can already see the carnage there. So yeah. Now, if we 25 people, thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. Really appreciate it. Leave a like also if you enjoyed the stream. Hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. Thank you so much also for joining. Let's just move to see my okay, so yeah, this is my team on the Fantasy Football Hub app. What they are? Oh, okay, so they are benching Palmer. Okay, this is also an option. I'm not sure if I'm going to take it to just bench Palmer. but again, it is a possibility. Palmer probably is going to be back for Brentford. The way it is just really frustrating to for Palmer to miss West Ham, to miss Fulham, and probably to drop also in price. If I'm not going to sell him, probably Palmer is going to drop in price soon. And also to play Aaron Wan-Bissaka against Nottingham Forest away is not ideal, definitely. And I really don't want to make any transfers before Monday since transfer window is still open. Yeah, I'm really waiting to see this transfer window shut because a lot of transfer probably are going to happen. So yeah, this is my team at the moment. 87 rating here, predicted to score almost 60 points. So this would be an upgrade on my first two game weeks. I didn't hit the 60 mark yet. So yeah, definitely. If Palmer is going to be fit, also here I'm not sure at the moment if I want to play Richards or someone like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Definitely the fixture I think for Aaron Wan-Bissaka is better, but West Ham are playing really bad at the moment. Richards is better for defensive contributions. At the moment I'm playing Richards, and yeah, my team pretty much is straightforward here. Now, if we go, let's see what transfers they are recommending. Probably to sell Palmer, I would say. So yeah, Mark Guyu to Mateta, Palmer to Semenyo. Now, I can do that, and that sounds really good in theory. Now, again, I don't really like the fixture for Semenyo for this week, but the fixture overall are decent for Semenyo. And the same for Mateta. If I'm going to use my free in Game Week 6, then having Mateta instead of Wood is an option, and it is a good one. Why I'm saying that is because Crystal Palace are going to play against Liverpool in Game Week 6, so I can just use my free and ship my Crystal Palace players in that game week, and have also Wood, who's going to play, I think, Sunderland in Game Week 6, something like that. So yeah. What would you do, guys, also in my place? So what I can do here, obviously, as they said, to sell Palmer, upgrade Guyu. But if I'm going to do that, let's just say sell Palmer for Cunha. If I'm going to sell Palmer for Cunha, I can't afford to buy a 7.5 midfielder forward. I can buy, to be honest with you, someone like Evan Nilsson. So this could be also an option. And my team would look something like this. Now the problem is I would be forced to bench someone like Reinders, and yeah, I don't really necessarily want to do that. So that's another reason why I don't want to use both of my transfers this game week. But again, it looks better, right? Now then, if we go to game week 4, let's say I'm making those two transfers, then I'm going to have Richards, Pedro Porro, not Aaron Wan-Bissaka here. Oh yeah, so okay, so I will have to play again Aaron Wan-Bissaka here against Spurs at home. Not amazing. Or maybe Milenkovic against Arsenal, who knows. But yeah, Salah, Wirtz against Burnley, that's great. I could play, probably I'm just going to play Rodgers here instead of Reinders again, something like that. So yeah, this is just going to give me a lot of headaches, I guess, upgrading Guyu. But definitely the team doesn't look really bad. Game week 5. Here I will play Pedro Porro instead of Aaron Wan-Bissaka probably. Ryan, this is going to play against Arsenal. Cunha against Chelsea. Yeah, the fixtures are not that bad. Now, obviously, Joao Pedro against Man United, Evan Nilsson against Newcastle, not amazing or something like that. And in Game Week 6, probably I'm going to use my free, although the team doesn't really look that bad. I could play here Aaron Wan-Bissaka instead of Richards. I could play Sanchez instead of Dubravka. Yeah, the team on paper doesn't look really bad, to be honest with you. On also Reinders against Burnley, I need to find a way to play him. So yeah, this would just give me a lot of headaches, I guess. Now again, I would love to have someone like Haaland here in Gameweek 6, so that's why I think that free thing in Gameweek 6 could be beneficial for my team. Hi Joever, thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. What do you think about Sar at 6.5 million? He's got 2 good gameweeks coming up and he's performing already. Yeah, so I said, everybody who asked me about selling Palmer, I recommended them to buy players like Semenyo, Sar, Rogers, if you don't mind. But again, Sar 6.5 millions, I really like him. I wish I started the season with Sar, because if you remember, guys, if you watch my team selection for Game Week 1, Sar and Njay were into my team. So yeah, I really considered having Sar into my team, and I ended up with Rogers. So yeah, that really didn't really work out for me. But yeah, Sar is a nice option. Also, he has an amazing record against Aston Villa. Also, so I like him. I like him at that price. The fixtures are good for Crystal Palace long term. Let me just see. I want to see if I can show you here the... Yeah, okay, so I can show you my mini league here on the Fantasy Football Hub. Didn't try it before. Also, guys, if you didn't join my league, you can still do that. The links are into my description. Let's just take a look. So the first person into my league is FPL Doc. Congrats, mate. Sam Bitness. Congrats. So he had a really amazing season, to be honest with you, compared to other people. His captain was Gyökeres. Amazing. Congrats about that in Game Week 2. Let's see. He had Esteve, Pedro, Ekdal, a really nice option. Everybody was going for Esteve. Ekdal at 4 millions. Got 9 points this season. Also Kelleher. He also started with Gakpo, Caicedo, Njae. A great gaming for you, man. Also, congrats on your captaincy, Gyökeres. He's ranked at the moment 170k, so nice. Really nice. Let's see, was anyone into my league with Timber? Because if that's true, I just need to kick them. Joking. Gyökeres, another Gyökeres captain. Yeah. So congrats, guys. I don't know how many people are in my league. 50, something like that. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the league. Really appreciated. My place is really... Oh no, so there aren't. My place is not even showed. This is my team, and I don't have a place here, so yeah. Really funny. Let's see here some AI teams now that AI is really popular, right, guys? In these times. So this is a free team made by AI. As you can see here now, again, De Ligt against Burnley at home. I would go probably for someone like Dorgu, Cunha, Bruno Fernandes, Salah, Dango, Wood, Mateta, Watkins. Again, a pretty decent team, to be honest with you, but I think that I would make some changes. If you didn't watch already, I just uploaded the video with my free team, and also I tried to make wildcard draft for Game Week 3, but I don't advise anyone to use your wildcard at the moment. Only if you have a lot of major problems, then yeah, fair enough. Probably here I would go without Mohamed Salah. on a free, or if you want to go for Salah, I will try to find also a way to have someone like Erling Haaland here and probably just captain him. 59. Now, if you look at the wildcard draft for Gameweek 3, Sanchez, Cucurella, Milenkovic, Virgil van Dijk. Yeah, I understand. The fixtures for Liverpool are going to be decent after playing Arsenal at home. So having someone like Virgil van Dijk is not really a bad option. He's really great for defensive contributions. We saw that. So yeah. Mateta, Watkins, Wood, Anderson, Semenyo. Now, again, if you're wildcarding Gameweek 3, probably I will have definitely someone like Reinders into my team. Other than that, decent team. Now showing you here the best fixtures from Gameweek 3 to Gameweek 8 according to Fantasy Football Hub. Obviously, this is why I don't really want to sell someone like Watkins, someone like Rogers. As you can see here, they are ranked here first. Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Everton, Sunderland, Fulham, Burnley, Tottenham away in the next 6 game weeks. Wolverhampton, Spurs, Leeds. Again, not a lot of people are going to go for Leeds players probably. Nottingham Forest, Manchester City, Newcastle, Sunderland. For Arsenal, they are still ranked in the last place now. Again, the next fixtures are not amazing. The next 4 at least. Liverpool, Forest, Manchester City, Newcastle. But after that, West Ham, Fulham. From Game Week 7, Arsenal players are going to go into our teams probably. A lot of them. Also Chelsea are here, but the fixtures are not that bad, right? They're going to play United, Liverpool, Forest. Fulham is not that easy of a fixture, but still, if you have Chelsea players, just keep them. Yeah. For Liverpool, after they're going to play Arsenal in Game Week 3, is going to be like this: Burnley, Everton, Palace, Chelsea, Man United. So the fixtures are going to get a little bit better. The same for Crystal Palace. So a lot of people are going to have now some dilemmas to go for someone like Mateta or Chris Wood. Now again, in Game Week 3, definitely Wood has the better fixture. He's going to play against West Ham, and Mateta is going to play against Aston Villa away. Not great. But after that, as you can see, for Crystal Palace, Sunderland, West Ham, Liverpool, Everton, Bournemouth. I really like that fixture against Sunderland in Game Week 4. And for Nottingham Forest, it's West Ham, then it's Arsenal away. So not great. Not great in Game Week 4. Then, of course, from Game Week 5, Burnley, Sunderland, Newcastle, Chelsea. So again, if you're going to free it in Game Week 6, you can just have Nottingham Forest players onto your free it. So it really depends when you want to use your free it or other chips. If that's probably going to help you decide for which player to go, Mateta or Chris Wood or João Pedro or whatever. If you're going to free it in Game Week 4, Nottingham Forest are going to play against Arsenal. So if you're going to free it Game Week 4, it's okay to go for Wood because you're going to get West Ham, Burnley and Sunderland. If you're going to go for Mateta, you're going to free it in Game Week 6 when they're going to play Liverpool, and you're just going to go to get Aston Villa, Sunderland, West Ham, Everton, Bournemouth. So a really nice run of fixtures there. Although I didn't do much good this week, I still have a green arrow in almost all leagues. That's amazing. I didn't get a green arrow yet this season, so hopefully Game Week 3 is going to be the week. By the way, is Bo on a sell? I really like him as a player, but West Ham is all over the place. I talked a little bit about Bowen before. If you have other major problems, I think that it's fine to keep Bowen. Let me just see here. So the fixtures for West Ham are Forest, Spurs, Palace, Everton, Brentford in Game Week 8, and just Arsenal in Game Week 7. So the fixtures are not that bad. Actually, they are not amazing, don't get me wrong, but they are not that bad. And Bowen, I think that he's going to get some returns, to be honest with you. Although it is true that West Ham are all over the place at the moment, and if they're not going to improve or something like that, yeah, I don't see a lot of good things coming for Bowen. But he usually is a reliable player, and he's always getting returns, even when the fixtures are not there. Should I get Wood, Richarlison, or Ekitike plus Wirtz for Gakpo or Semenyo? To be honest with you, I would go for Wood from those options because, again, Richarlison, I just can't see Solanke being a bench player forever, so his minutes are not going to be safe forever, I think, for Richarlison, and the same goes for Ekitike. If it really depends what Liverpool are going to do in the transfer market. If they are going to sign Isak, again, I don't think that Ekitike is going to be that good of an option. He's still going to be a decent one. Don't get me wrong. And again, also, they are going to play against Arsenal in Gameweek 3, so I just don't think that is the right time to buy Ekitike. That's why probably I would just go for Wood. And if you want to sell Wirtz, again, it's perfectly fine if you want to keep him for Burnley, Gameweek 4. Gakpo or Semenyo. I think that I would go for Semenyo. Although both of them have tricky fixtures against Spurs and against Arsenal. Definitely against Arsenal is not amazing for Gakpo, but I don't know, long term I think that Semenyo is going to be better value, at least. Hi Chandri, thank you so much for joining. Can you have a look on my team? ID is 11306. Yeah, the thing is, you can also check your team on the Fantasy Football Hub app if you want for free. You can have your team rated. Probably you're bored of me saying that, guys, but yeah, it is it is true. Now again, for you I'm going to do an exception here, but again, you have the links into my description. You can you can check it by yourself. You can play with it for free. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. Again, if you think that this app is going to be helpful for you, then again, they have a big discount at the moment. What a thing I really like about Fantasy Football Hub is that they have some conditions, some terms and conditions I didn't know before. So if you are into a mini league and you're not going to win your mini league, they are going to give you your money back for the membership. Now obviously you need to read the terms and conditions. You need to have I don't know, the mini league needs to not be formed by 100 or 200 people or something like that. So yeah, that's really interesting. So this is your team: Sanchez, Van Dijk, Pedro Porro, Eina, Konsa. Yeah, your team looks decent. Not a lot to say about it. Fulkrug, again, if he was going to start, probably I would look to play him instead of someone like Konsa, maybe something like that. Palmer, if he's not going to be fit, probably I don't know. Depending on whatever you want to do with Palmer, if you want to sell him for someone like Semenyo, Cunha, Ismail Assar, I think that all of them are decent options. But other than that, your team looks decent. So yeah, not a lot of things to say. Hey Dennis, what's good, big man? Thank you so much for joining, VJ. Really appreciate it. What transfer are you making? Richarlison to Bowen. I should do a SAP, right? To sell Bowen to Richarlison, I don't think that you should do that as fast as possible, to be honest with you. We just talked about Richarlison, so I think that, again, he performed well. Thomas Frank said that he's the number the preferred number 9 for Spurs at the moment, but I just can't see a team who I can see Solanke being on the bench forever. That's the only thing. I think that it's going to be a little bit of a minutes risk going for Richarlison, so I wouldn't sell Bowen to Richarlison, to be honest with you. If you want to sell him for Wood, if you want to sell him for Mateta, for Joao Pedro, then fair enough, I think that's fine. Hi Dan, thank you so much for joining. Yeah, don't don't be scared, guys. I'm just going to be on holiday from tomorrow, so I'm going to miss the deadline for Gameweek 3 on Saturday. Really sorry about that. I wish I could have done it, but after that I'm going to be here. 2 free transfers. I'm looking to do Palmer and Fulkrug to Barnes and Wood. Thoughts? I like those moves. Now again, Barnes maybe long term not the best options, but the best option. But for Gameweek 3, I think that's fine. If you wanna go for someone like Semenyo, Sar, these are also decent options. But I like the transfer of Fulkrug to Wood. No, so the deadline is on Saturday. Don't worry, guys. Fulkrug might be on transfer list too, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, really unlucky for the owners. I'm just worried because I'm losing value in my team. Bowen, Watkins, how do I manage this? Now, at the moment, it's not looking like Watkins is going to drop in price. And even if Watkins is going to drop in price, I'm just not going to sell him because of the fixtures pretty much. So it is okay to worry, guys, about losing value because obviously you don't want to lose value, but at the same time, you can't save all the players. At some point, you're going to need to take in the drops, like I just did with Wirtz last night. I'm just going to keep Wirtz for 2 gameweeks probably. I'm not going to sell him at the moment. You can't get all the rises. You can't avoid all the drops in price. So yeah, it really depends. For an example, if you want to sell someone like Fulkrug, who is going to drop in price, then it's better because obviously he's not an amazing option. The fixtures are not great for West Ham, so I get it if you want to do that. But yeah, that's why I saved 0.5 millions in the bank at the beginning. Yeah, congrats. I mean, it is a nice strategy. I didn't have any money in the bank at the start of the season, but yeah. Okay, so VJ, let's see your team. Now, again, guys, as I said before, you can play on this site for free, so you don't need you can do that for free, as I said before, with the links in my description. Now this is your team, so you need to start Reinildo. I don't know how many transfers do you have, VJ. Here probably I would just you have at least Bruno Fernandes, which is a nice captaincy option. Probably I would captain him. This game week you have Pedro Porro, Van Dijk, Nico Williams, Reinildo, Sanchez. Your team looks okay. Now again, I get it. You have Bowen, who's not amazing, but definitely for Watkins, uh, I would not make a lot of problems, to be honest with you. 3-4-3. Haven't made one yet. So you have three. You have You can have 3 transfers, VJ. So you have 2 free transfers. Okay. Yeah. Again, if Palmer is going to be out, probably I would just sell him, and then you're going to play that player you're going to bring in, Cunha, Semenyo, Sarri instead of someone like Reinildo. That's what I would do with your team. Again, maybe if I had full crew, maybe I would think a little bit about selling him also. So downgrade someone like Palmer to Cunha, upgrade someone like Fulkrug to a Mateta, to a Wood. Probably that's what I would do. I simply cannot decide who to replace between Enury, Palmer, Frimpong, and Wirtz. I mean, surely you need to replace, to transfer out the injured players first, right? Before Wirtz. Yeah, Palmer is really frustrating. It's a really frustrating player to own that at 10.5 millions to keep on your bench. It's not amazing. Thanks, Dennis, for looking. No problem, VJ. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Really appreciated. Again, guys, if you wanna play with this site, you have the link in my description. And yeah, if you'll find it useful, you can get a membership 50% off at the moment. The links are in my description. If you're not going to win your mini league, they're going to give your money back. So I just think that's a nice offer. But yeah, so probably, I don't know, I would sell maybe someone like Frimpong, because now the same, Enury maybe is not nailed also for Manchester City, but Frimpong definitely, I don't think that is going to be nailed at the moment with Bradley coming back, and all three will probably go down in value. Yeah, that's bad. But I mean, definitely you're going to sell some of them, right? In Gameweek 3, or at least maybe one. So yeah, guys, here you have a lot of stats. Let me just show you for a minute if you want. Now, obviously, you have here, as I put it before, you can see the fixtures, you can see players point predictions. Now obviously these are just predictions, so again, as you can see here, Mohamed Salah, if I put here Gameweek 3, is predicted to score the most points this Gameweek. Now again, it is possible, but I wouldn't bet on that. Let's just play here with let's put Semenyo and Sar, try to compare them a little bit. Now again, the information we have for these players is really small, just 2 Gameweeks at the moment, so yeah, it's tough to judge them. Now if we talk about per 90 minutes here, now obviously both of these players are pretty much playing 90 minutes, close to 90 minutes every Gameweek. You can see here how they are predicted to score from Gameweek 3 to 7. The area where they operated in Gameweek 1 and 2, now obviously that could change a little bit. The fixtures, expected goals and assists for these players. Obviously Semenyo was better in the first 2 Gameweeks, so that's why you see the stats favor someone like Semenyo at the moment. Also the fixtures were a little bit better for Bournemouth. So yeah, expected goals for Semenyo 0.96 in the first 2. This is per 90 minutes. This is because he scored 2 goals against Liverpool. For Sar 0.3. Now again, if you're not into stats, that's perfectly fine. You can see also the price changes here. So let's see. For tonight, players who are expected to rise in price: Ekitike, Timber, Johnson, Cunha, Gakpo, and pretty much that's it. Maybe someone like Van de Ven. To fall in price: Bowen, Solanke, Ainery, as Radu said before. Aaron Bissaka. What a back pick for me was Aaron Bissaka. Bukayo Saka also is predicted to drop in price, sorry. And yeah, pretty much this is what you're going to get here if you think that's going to help you making some decisions. If I am 50-50 when I'm trying to make some decisions, for an example, between someone like Mateta or Wood, it really helps me to look here. Now again, for an example, let's look for the forwards for 90 minutes. We have 2 Gameweeks of data here and key stats. You can hide low minutes players, and these are the players who generated the best expected goals in the first two game weeks now, obviously. So the first one is Haaland, the second one is Welbeck. A little bit surprising, but probably this is because he missed the penalty, so that's why he has 1.25, so don't worry about him. Ekitike 0.8 per game per 90 minutes. Gyökeres, Wood, Thiago, Richarlison, Muniz, Joao Pedro, Mayenda, and you can obviously select here more results if you want. So yeah, someone like Mateta is a little bit down the list here, 0.23. Yeah, obviously you can. Hull would be one, but second, sheesh. And all three, I don't see Palmer on the dropping list yet. Yeah, Palmer is not looking like he's going to drop at the moment at least, but I really can't see two defenders for my team. Hall would be one, but second, now I don't really know exactly which defenders you have into your team, but again, Spurs defenders, maybe a defender for Bournemouth, like Senesi, but the fixture is not great in Gameweek 3. Someone like Van Dijk from Gameweek 4 is going to be decent. Yeah, not a lot of standing options. Again, someone like Senesi, Lacroix, Tarkovsky, these are great for defensive contributions. Maybe someone like Anderson from Fulham, but not that exciting to own, obviously. Someone like Dorgu from Manchester United, a little bit of risk. Esteve, Paul Anderson, Ainuri, Frimpong. You could go for someone like Richard, someone like Lacroix from Crystal Palace. I think that they are decent options. Someone like Agbadu, but Wolverhampton are not amazing at the moment. Yeah, not a lot of options in general to go for at the moment. That's why I'm struggling to make transfers yet. And also obviously I want to make sure Palmer is not going to be fit for Gaming 3 before selling him. Wolverhampton are also playing in the EFL Cup. A penalty missed by Huang. Arias was also on the pitch. Yeah, not a lot of useful information. Was Frimpong on the dropping list? I may just replace with Hall to avoid the price. I think he's not on the dropping list. Frimpong, if I search for him, he's predicted to drop in 2 days, as you can see here, so probably not. He's at a minus 68%, so he's not going to drop tonight. It was Ainuri who is pretty much predicted to drop tonight. You can't see it here, the name, but minus 94. Maybe he's not going to drop, but again, tonight, tomorrow, something like that, at some point he's going to drop. Hi Natal K, thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciate it. So very poor outlook, we can't really see your team. So you're talking about when you see the team on the fantasy football, on the fantasy Premier League app, or here. Let me just check. Thank you so much for advice. Yeah, please let me know if you don't, if you're not able to see my team. Then yeah, thanks a lot for pointing that out. I will try to remedy it. But yeah, here on the, as you can see, my first 11, it's okay, I guess. The price increases. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, that was a little bit improvised here. As you can see, I'm playing with this a little bit. So yeah, sorry for the inconveniences. I'm going to try to get it better, but yeah. Right now you should see it right a little bit clear. These are the players predicted to rise tonight, predicted to drop tonight also. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Yeah, guys, please let me know if anything is not working properly with the stream. I want to know. I want to try to upgrade if I can. Thank you so much, Natal K. No Salah, no Haaland, Gameweek 4 wildcard set. So Gameweek 3 aggressive with 1 game punt. 2 free transfers, Wirtz to Cunha and Saka to Otara, Captain Otara. Hi Simon Lee, thank you so much for joining the stream, really appreciate it. I think that it's really bold to captain someone like Dango Otara. Again, probably not a captaincy option I would do. But again, if you want to go super different, if you want to have fun, yeah, just go for it. The fixture is there for Otara. You also don't have Salah, you don't have Haaland. You're taking a lot of risks already. So yeah. You've just earned a subscriber. Thank you so much, Natal K. Really appreciated. Thank you so much for pointing that out. Now again, I know that this stream is not perfect or something like that. So yeah, I'm trying to improve it. If you have any more tips, how can I make this more beautiful, that would be also appreciated. But yeah, I'm making this stream just because I'm going to be on holiday for tomorrow, so I'm going to miss Gameweek 3 deadline on Saturday. That's why I'm streaming tonight. But thanks a lot for joining. Thanks a lot for subscribing. It really means a lot. Hopefully you're going to enjoy the content. And yeah, thanks for being here. I wish you a really great evening. We just talked. It was a chill stream, at least because we're not pressured by the deadline. We talked a little bit about my team, about what happened in Gameweek 2. Yeah, thanks so much, guys. 17 people on the stream. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new around here, and if you want to see more content, obviously, on this channel. But yeah, to be honest with you, I don't know, guys, what should we talk forward, because yeah, we pretty much covered a lot of information. Is Gyökeres a must-have after Gameweek 6, especially if Saka is out? Yeah, I wouldn't say a must-have or essential or something like that, but I think that is going to be a really good option. Now again, Saka at the moment, the latest news is that probably is going to be out for 3-4 weeks. At some point he's going to be back, but even with Saka, Gyökeres, I think that is going to be a great option. I think that he's going to be on penalties. Now obviously he scored the penalty, but that was without Bukayo Saka on the pitch. So I still think that Gyökeres is going to be on penalties, and the fixtures are really good for Arsenal after Gameweek 7. Let me just put here the fixtures. Let's just put Gameweek 7 to 15, something like that. Gameweek 7 to 14, Arsenal are ranked first place on this list. West Ham, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Sunderland, Spurs, Chelsea in Gameweek 13. You can't see the sorry again for the layout. You can see Chelsea in 13 and Brentford in 14. So yeah, that's really good. If we put here by Gameweek 11, nah, you can't see it. Oh, if I put it like that, you can see. Yeah, so the fixtures overall from Gameweek 7 are going to be really great for Arsenal, Crystal Palace, Burnley, Sunderland back to back. I think that again, someone like Gyökeres is not going to be essential. Pretty much nobody is essential at the moment in FPL, but he's going to be damn close to being essential with those fixtures. So yeah, definitely for me personally, probably I'm going to try to find a strategy and a way to look to get someone like Gyökeres, and again, an Arsenal defender probably is going to be really good for that run of fixtures. I have both Palmer and Saka. So you have both Palmer and Saka and Bruno Fernandes. Which one should I transfer out as priority and who are the replacements? Uh, Based on what we know so far, Palmer injury is not looking like he's that bad like for Bukayo Saka. Uh, because Palmer probably is going to miss Fulham at the moment, not guaranteed or something like that, but probably Palmer is going to be back for Gameweek 4 against Brentford, and that's a decent fixture. So I would say that the priority sell would be Bukayo Saka. Now talking about replacements, yeah, I'm just going to move again here. I talked a little bit about some replacements. If we look here, let's just see for midfielders. These are predicted points. For midfielders, let's say 3 to 7, something like that, and under 10 millions, right? Now again, you have Bruno Fernandes, so that's really nice for you for Gameweek 3. Probably I would just captain Bruno Fernandes. By the way, in Gameweek 3, if you want to do that, but we talked. The alternatives for Palmer, if you want to sell him, are Semenyo, Gakpo, Cunha. Probably I would not double up on Manchester United because the fixtures are not great after Gameweek 3. They're going to play against City and Chelsea in Gameweek 4 and 5. Semenyo, Gakpo, Ismail Assar, these are pretty much the replacements. Again, someone like Dango could be great at that price, 6 millions for Gameweek 3 against Sunderland away, but after that the fixtures are not great. Chelsea, Fulham, Man United and Manchester City. Someone like Barnes, again, could be a decent option for the next 3 at least. Leeds, Wolverhampton and Bournemouth in the next 3 game weeks, that's good. Also Gordon is going to be out for the next 3 because he got that red card. And also a player I really like at that price, 6.5 million, is Ismail Assar. Not the best fixture in Game Week 3 against Aston Villa, but usually Assar pretty much always scores against Aston Villa. So yeah, after that Sunderland, West Ham, Liverpool, Everton, the fixtures are decent. And yeah, if you don't want to make other moves, for an example, if you want to upgrade elsewhere, you can go for straight to someone like Anderson or someone like Reinders if you don't have them. And also another player would be Kudus or Johnson from Spurs. And yeah, someone like Rogers if you want to chase the fixtures. But pretty much these are the options. There aren't a lot of screaming amazingly options to go for if you're going to sell Palmer. So yeah, there aren't a lot of players who are just screaming, I really want them into my team. Is Dango worth the risk? Seems knee jerky. Again, probably not. Otaro Dango was at some point last season also a decent option at Bournemouth. So I'm not sure if it is such a big risk talking about minutes because I think that he's going to be a starter. He's going to get close to 90 minutes, all that good stuff. He also, I was impressed by him because he got defensive contributions in that game. He got 14 or 15 defensive contributions as a winger, which is a little bit impressive. Now, obviously, that was against Aston Villa, so he had to defend a little bit. The next fixture is great. I wish if I was free team, Dango probably would be in my free team for Game Week 3. I like him for that fixtures, but overall, I would not go for him because the fixtures are not great after that. So yeah. Semenyo has increased 0.2. Seems like I've missed the boat. You missed the boat on value, but again, if he's going to perform, then you don't really care about the price. I mean, obviously you want to catch the price rises, but if you really wanted to have Semenyo for the next 5-6 game weeks, the thing that he rised in price shouldn't put you off, to be honest with you, on buying him. So yeah, let if I'm going to sell Palmer, the option I would be really tempted to go would be Cunha, but that's also because maybe I don't have any Manchester United player, so I want to try to cover that fixture against Burnley a little bit. Now again, the same for Manchester United players playing against City, against Chelsea in game week 4 and 5, not amazing. There isn't a standout option who's going to have amazing fixtures. That would be someone like Rodgers, because the fixtures for Rodgers are great. Now, probably you can't see them here, but probably you know that the fixtures are really good for Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, Everton, Sunderland, Fulham, Burnley. Until game week 7 at least, the fixtures are great. Now, if the form was there for someone like Rodgers, he would be the standout transfer option if you want to sell Palmer. But at the moment, he's just not, because Aston Villa are not playing amazingly. Just checking to see if anything happened in the EFL Cup games. Also, what's the thing with Arsenal signing every center half available on the market? I mean, don't they have enough center backs and defenders? That's just a random fact, so don't take too much into it. I found it a little bit funny that it just seems like Arsenal are signing a lot of defenders at the moment, and they could do with some attacking players. Another topic, someone like Douglas Luiz transferred in from Juventus to Nottingham Forest, and his price was just released today, 5 millions, really cheap. Maybe he's going to be an option at some point. What does that mean to someone like Anderson? We don't know yet. Probably not much in the short term. Crystal Palace signed Yeremy Pino. To be honest with you, I don't know a lot about this transfer, but it's looking like he's an attacking player. For sure, Crystal Palace are going to sign some players instead of Eze. We just need to see how good they are going to be. Thank you so much, guys, for joining the stream. Leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new around here. It would be really much appreciated, and it really means a lot. Yeah, the thing is, for me at least, Cunha is rising in price tonight. So I just feel like if I want to sell Palmer, I should do it tonight if I want to buy someone like Cunha. But I'm just not sure at the moment. Another funny thing is that Cunha blanked for the first two game weeks and he's close to a price rise. That's a little bit funny, but it is what it is. Okay, guys, so I think that I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciated. Really good to see new faces here on the channel. From tomorrow I'm going to go on holiday, but I will try to upload my team selection video and hopefully maybe a watch list for the best players to buy for Gameweek 3, although I find it really difficult to suggest you to buy any players, to be honest with you, in Gameweek 3, but yeah. So I'm going to keep you posted with 2 uploads this week. I'm going to miss the deadline stream on Saturday, sorry about that, but yeah. After that, we're going to be in the international break. We're going to make some strategies, obviously some wildcard drafts maybe for Gameweek 4. So yeah, thank you so much again for joining the stream. Really appreciate it for you to join on a random Tuesday. Yeah, I'm going to see you next time. I wish you all a good evening first. A great Gameweek 3. Good luck to get some green arrows after these really bad 2 Gameweeks. We could use some green arrows, right, guys, in Gameweek 3. So yeah, hopefully that's going to be the case. Thanks so much for joining. Good night, and I'm going to see you next time. Bye.